Hi and welcome to this introduction to quantum security management. In this video we will focus on the management architecture, covering key components such as smart console, the management server and security gateways. We will also discuss secure internal communication, the SIC, the internal certificate authority and the processes for initializing and resetting trust. So let's get started. So here, as we can see here in this topology, we can see that the quantum security management architecture is built of, so first we have the smart console. The second is the management server. This is the management server that we can run it on a virtual machine. The third thing is the gateway, the security gateway, and then our internal network. So the checkpoint security management architecture is an object-oriented system that represents real-world entities like users and gateways through graphical interfaces. These entities can be configured, managed, and monitored from a unified management console, offering flexibility required for organizations of any size to effectively manage and secure their networks. The architecture consists of three key components. So the smart console and the security management server and the security gateway. So let's take a look at what is the smart console. So the smart console is a graphical user interface used to manage objects that represents networks, elements, servers, and gateways. So let's take a look at our smart console here. So this is the icon for smart console. I will show you how to download smart console then. So this is here we can see our servers, these are our gateways, this is our management server, this is the cluster, this is our external gateway. So the smart console can be used for various tasks, including the creation of security policies, and smart console is used to monitor traffic via logs and to manage software blades. So for example, if we double click our cluster here, so here we can see what blades are active. So in this case we have only Firewall and the VPN blade and cluster XL. All other blades are inactive. So the smart console is used to manage blades, licenses, and updates. So now, what is a management server? So in this case, it is our SMS server. So this server here. So when a security policy is created in smart console, it is stored on the security management server. The security management server then distributes this or the policy to the respective security gateways. Additionally, the security management server maintains and stores the organization's databases, including object definitions and log files for all gateways. So for example, if you look here at our management server, if we go to logs here and storage, here we can define, for example, how many days would the logs be saved when we get a warning if the disk space is low in the smart management server. So now, what is the security gateway? So in this case, we have a cluster of which contains of two gateways. So what is a security gateway? The security gateway is a gateway with the firewall software blade enabled, commonly referred to as a firewall machine. Security gateways are positioned at network access points where the organization's network interacts with external traffic like the internet. They safeguard the network by enforcing security policy distributed to them by the security management server. So when we click install here, the management server, this server, sends the policy to the gateways, to these gateways. So now What is the secure internal communication? We can take a look at this guide. This is the admin guide. We can see here, I think it was 177, like this. Oh, this. So the secure internal communication. So Checkpoint platforms and products authenticate each other through one of these secure internals. So we can use certificates, we can use standards-based TLS, and we can use ACE 128 for encryption. And here in this folder here, or in this file, we can see all logs about the SIC. So what is this secure internal communication? So it is, as we said, it is a method used for authentication between platforms and products, ensuring trusted connections between gateways, management servers, and other Checkpoint components. It is essential for installing policies on gateways because a management server and a gateway should have trust between each other. And if they don't have trust, we cannot install a policy. And transmitting logs between gateways and management servers. So once SIC is configured, the management server and its components are identified by their SIC names instead of IP addresses. Checkpoint platforms and products authenticate each other through one of these, as we said, certificates, standards, TLS, and ACE. Now let's take a look how we configure this SIC. So I have installed a new server here, and we will run the first time configuration wizard on it, so that I will show the SIC. The SIC is a password, so we need to configure a password. Then when we add so here so log into this server. Only to see how we do. So here, this is the Checkpoint first time configuration wizard. What is important here is the SIC password. So everything here is not important for now, for this example. So here we can check if this is a security gateway or a security management. So to demonstrate the SIC configuration, we need to configure this as a security gateway. So we take off this and we let it as security gateway. Next, no, here. So here is the SIC password, so activation key. And this password, we will use it to add this gateway to our smart console or to our smart management server. So here we add a password. Let me make it a good password. Add next and finish. Yes. So we let it restart, and we will try to add it to our management server. So now our server is done restarting, and here we will add that gateway, this one, to our smart console to demonstrate the use of the SIC. So we have used a one-time password. The Internal Certificate Authority, the ICA, signs and issues a certificate to the gateway. But at this stage, the trust state is initialized, not fully trusted. The certificate is generated, but not immediately delivered. The gateway and management server then authenticate via SSL using the one-time password. Once authenticated, the certificate is downloaded and stored on the gateway, establishing trust, and the one-time password is deleted. The gateway can now securely communicate with other Checkpoint gateways and management servers that have certificates signed by the same ICA. A note here, Ensure the clocks of both gateway and management server are synchronized before establishing trust between them. So let's look at our clock here. So show clock, and this is right, and we check our management server here. Show clock, and it's the same. So this is checked. So now how to add it? So we come here, this is new and new gateway. You can take the classic mode. Okay, we can call it test gateway. The IP address is 10.1.150. Here it's okay. Okay, now here the secure internal communication. We click on communication, and now we need to use the SIC password that we have added to the server under the first time wizard configuration. So here, add the password. And click on initialize. Take some seconds here. And now we can see that trust established. And here we can check the test. We can click on test SIC status to see the status. And here in this case, the status is communicating. What other statuses do we have? We can check our admin guide here. So the SIC status, we have communicating, and this means that the secure communication is established. Other state is unknown. There is no connection between security gateway and security management server. And the third one is not communicating. The security management server can contact the security gateway but cannot establish SIC. A message shows more info. So now let's talk about the ICA. The ICA server that is installed on the management server. So the internal certificate authority, the ICA, is generated during the installation of the primary security management server. So underline this, the primary SMS. So if we have more than one, it is the primary one that generates the certificates. So it is responsible for issuing certificates used for authentication, including the SIC between gateways or between gateways and management servers, the VPN certificates between members of a VPN community in order to create the VPN tunnel, user access according to authorization and permission. A note here, if the security management server is renamed, trust must be re-established since the certificate will be reissued. So now we can talk about resetting the SIC. So resetting the trust state, if the trust state is compromised, such as through key leaks or lost certificates, it can be then reset. So once SIC is established, again, both the management server and the gateway must reset SIC. During this process, the management server revokes the security gateway certificate and records the certificate details in the certificate revocation list. A database of revoked certificates after the trust state is reset. The revoked certificate serial number is added to the CRL. The ICA signs the updated CRL and distributes it to all gateways during the next SIC connection. Gateways with different CRLs cannot authenticate with each other. So to reset, how to reset the SIC? Here in the Smart Console, we only need to click on the reset, and the SIC will be resetted. But in the gateway, so if we log into the gateway here, we can use the command cpconfig. So cpconfig, and here we can see this number 5. So if we choose 5 here and continue, we can reset the SIC communication. Let's try to reset it. So if we click 5 here, it will ask us, would you like reinitialize communication? So that means resetting the SIC. Yes. Okay, reinitialize the communication properly. Yes. And now we need to choose a password for the SIC. So we can choose a new password here. Okay, password mismatch. So again, okay, now we are done resetting, but this is here, it is a very important step to choose 9 and exit, because the server or the gateway should restart here. So now it's like cp stop command and cp start. So when this is done, the resetting process is done. So now the only thing that remains to do is click reset here and click yes. And now reset is done. So this video is done now. So thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more tutorials. So see you in the next video.